All right, welcome to my channel. I am here to kind of give you an update of what has been going on. Yes, what has been going on is getting a studio built in my basement for the first time since in forever. I've had a dedicated space. Usually it's been a shared space where I've had to do some video work. Here is a dedicated space to doing video work, and I'm quite enjoying it. Now, I was going to give you a little bit of studio tour here today, and we will have that coming up. But I want to just let you know that this my YouTube channel will be coming out soon. I've got the first episode coming out in the very near future. Give me about a week or so, and you'll see episode 1 of my new show. Now, with my studio build out here, I've got, as I said, a dedicated space. I've got everything set up the way I want it. Finally, as I said, in the past, I've shared spaces for many years. So for nearly 12 years that I've been doing this, kind of been a shared space. Now it's my space, my dedicated space. Okay, I do have a little bit of issues with noise around here. I have a furnace on the other side of the room here. Well, a couple walls over, but nothing is blocked off yet, and I'll show you that here in a minute. I do have some duct work up in the ceiling that I will show you about in a couple seconds. That do kind of creak and moan, especially if people are walking around upstairs. And 2 recliners upstairs right above this when the footrests and when people are getting out of the chairs. Yes, that is definitely something that is loud. So I try to do my recordings, my live shows, when there's nobody home, at least nobody wandering around on the main floor. Fortunately, my wife's craft room is upstairs on the other side of the house, so if she happens to be home, I can be like, "It is recording day. Could you please go do some crafting?" Usually the idea is, okay, yes, I could do some crafting. Or if she is going to sit into the recliners up there, which she does do a lot of cross stitch and stuff like that, then she's like, "Oh, I'll just sit up here quietly. I won't make any noise." Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Obviously, my shows aren't going to be like hours and hours long, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But let's get us off and seeing what this studio looks like. Let me let's merge over here. Yes, finally things seem to be working good. I have a multiple monitor computer system here. I've got vMix right here on here. I have vMix Social over here, and I have another screen that I can use for my slide presentations or anything like that. I do use a Yeti microphone. I do have a webcam up on top there, and I'm looking at getting a couple other cameras just to give it something a little bit better than just a webcam. Maybe a PTZ camera, just because I want to do a lot of different things and have different angles and stuff. Maybe get a couple PTZ cameras. How about that? We'll see. This is all a work in progress. Over here to my right, I have a shelf that I was using for a background at one point in time. I may consider getting it cleaned up. I was hoping maybe to put some wheels on it. Just kind of been putting on a little cart so I could wheel it over to this wall over here. The green screen does roll out of the way so that I can put some other things up on the wall here. I do want to have a textured wall back there. Right now, all my walls are plastic covered. This is an unfinished basement, so they're plastic. We'll look forward to getting some wallboard up and things like that. Maybe come up with some type of background that fits my show's personalities. I do have a front light here. Right now it is just a clamp light. I do have another microphone over here that plugs into my mixer board, but I'm not using that currently. I do have a softbox over here and another one over here on this side that do light up my green screen. My green screen is a 10 foot by 7 foot high, 10 foot long, so by 7 foot high, and it is on wheels, so I can roll it out of the way. If you see down there, it's on wheels, so I'll be able to roll that out of the way. And I do have another backlight up here in the corner that does shine up on the back of my head here. Just all those multiple lights and everything like that really do help when you're working with green screen. Eventually, I would like to get a door put on over here so the sound's coming out of the rest of the house. That is the stairway going upstairs and then into the laundry room and the furnace area. So I maybe be able to put a door on there just to kind of cut down on some of the noises. I thought about putting a door over here in this big opening here. We'll see. That goes on into a workroom that I will be finishing off also with some shelving, some desks and everything like that, where I will be doing electronics, computer work, and whatever else I feel like doing. I do a lot of photography, so you'll see cameras. There's 3 of them over there, one up on very top up there, one in the middle, and then a medium format camera over there. I also do microscope work and, lo and behold, telescope work. So I'm working at adapting my microscopes and telescopes to cameras so I can do some photography, some really interesting photography, especially when you're getting into the microscopic world. Let's see, what else do I have here? Got some extra computers here. I'm looking at putting some more computers on this table just so I have enough to be able to run one show or multiple different shows with whatever technology I need to have here. So that is kind of in a nutshell my setup for doing my YouTube channel. And that's really what I wanted to do today. Just give you a little bit of an idea of what's going on. Because, I keep promising, hey, tell you what, something special is coming and something is pretty unique is coming to my channel. But I never really get to the point where I'm like, all right, I'm ready to go. I've been doing YouTube now for a little while. Nothing spectacular at this point, but I am looking at getting better, improving my shows, and giving you something to want to come back to me and watch my shows. So, first of all, photography show. Tuesday, the 18th of November. Photography, first show, episode 1 of this. Utilizing this new studio setup. In fact, this table over here, I may just do some photography on it eventually. But I love my new studio. It is going to keep improving. I am going to keep getting better at doing this. And you guys are going to see the progress. Now, this, yes, is a recording. However, my whole premise behind doing these shows are whatever happens, happens. Mistakes, bumbles, mumbles, stumbles, whatever. It's going to happen. So I'm not going to necessarily cut it out. I'm not going to sit there and perfect my shows just to have a polished off show. If I forget what I'm saying and lose track of what I'm doing, so be it. What I want to teach everybody as we go on with my shows is you don't have to be perfect to get started. You just have to start. And if you find some of my channels where my older shows are, you'll know that just starting is something that I'm pretty good at. Now I've got some follow through. I've got a good studio. I'm going to continue to make improvements, and hopefully you'll keep coming back to see me every week. All right, this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to give you a preview of my channel before episode 1 comes out. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a wonderful day. and we will see you next time. Take care.